a lot of people are going to watch this and say, how can someone in San Antonio claim Grape Street Watts? Why not claim, San Antonio Crip or something that's based here?
Because most of the cats that I knew, man, I felt they really didn't have too much heart. And when I ran into the OG Grape Streets, man, they had heart. They showed me the streets. So I figured that's the road I wanted to go. I was younger, man, when it was time to get out there. We got in 3 cars, loaded up 3 cars, and went to the other side and handled our business. We had to let people know, we ain't no punks.
What's the other side mean out here?
Like the Westside, when they come over here and do something, we go out there. Man, the Westside's, it's just mainly Mexicans, it's like they didn't like black people on that side, but there was a few black people over there, but they were more the Bloods, the black people that was over there, but there were no Crips on the West Side, they were all on the East Side.
So are you fighting mostly against Hispanics?
Hispanics, there were some black gangs on the West Side, They was on West Side DOGs.
And what were the DOGs?
The DOGs, they were Bloods.
What does that stand for?
Dope overthrowing gangsters.
So name some of the neighborhoods you do get along with back then or over the years.
Altadena, Trade 57, East Terrace, 7-4.
Where these 4 neighborhoods, well, including the Grape Streets, would that be the main 5 Crip gangs on the east side?
Well, then there's Crocket Block. There's like little old sets here and there, but those were the main ones.
Now, which of these projects do you think during those, I guess, 80s and early 90s was the most kind of dangerous one to go to, or the police would say these are the worst?
East Terrace.
East Terrace?
Yeah.
Is it bigger?
Yeah, it was bigger. It was one way in, one way out. Police used to go in there, shoot them up. And those were the first projects that got shut down because police couldn't handle it.
And what was that going on?
Back in the 80s, 90s, well, they built it over some townhomes where you can't afford it. Yeah.
How much?
Man, like 14, 15. Black people can't afford that. So they moved to the closest, cheapest spots, Northeast Side. So basically, I guess the Northeast Side is going to be considered the East Side.
Do any of these Crip sets ever have rivalries with each other?
Time to time they do, but then they end up linking back together. Like 7-4, we used to not even get along with 7-4 night. Now we tight.
And what do you think started the feud with the 7-4s?
What, against us?
Yeah.
More of the younger crowds getting into it with each other, and then, OGs end up finding out and squash the beef and then move on. But then, it's always some cat out there feel he better than the other.
So what's the balance like between Crips and Bloods in San Antonio?
Back in the 80s, Crips, it was nothing but Crips. Now, Bloods. Rigsby was one of the biggest Blood gangs.
Did you know anyone from over there?
I knew a few, man, but they all dead.
So over the years, there's been a lot of homicides in this town?
A lot.
Because I don't think people outside of San Antonio would think that there's a lot of gang killing going on here.
Yeah, it's a lot. Every day, there's a shooting on the east side. Somebody getting killed.
How was it like back in the 80s and 90s?
It was worse than now, because, man, people was beefing, man. They took gangbanging serious. Back in the 80s, it was serious. It was no joke. It wasn't like, oh, I just want to be a Crip just to look cool, man. If you was a Crip, you was a Crip. If you a Blood, you're Blood. You come on our side, you get dealt with.
Let's talk about some of those Mexican neighborhoods. What are some of the names of those neighborhoods you used to conflict with?
BTK, Big Time Kings, Latin Kings, They just, man, the Mexican gangs, man, they got so many different names, it's pitiful. But mainly the big Mexican gangs that we were conflicting with was Big Time Kings.
Are they still around?
I believe so. See, a lot of Mexican gangs, man, they transform their names. You know, they might be a big time king, and then once they fade out, they end up being something else. It's just, they change their names a lot.
And where would these neighborhoods be found at?
Oh, Westside. They call themselves black flags. You know, it's like you got a group of Mexican gangs that wear black flags, and then you got a group of Mexican gangs that wear red. They go by they colors. You know, it could be like 20 different Mexican gangs that wear red. They all the red group, and then black group, and they just fight against each other.
So how many different color groups are the Mexicans divided into?
I say 3: green, red, and black, or in yellow.
And there's several gangs for each color?
Yeah.
It's not just one gang? And
No.
Do you know, can you name gangs in all 4 colors?
Well, BTK was black. Latin Kings were yellow. The Clan? No, they called cliques. The cliques were red. And then GQ boys, they were red. GQ boys are Mexicans who wear the fly clothes, like Tommy Hilfiger and stuff like that. Back in the 80s, they used to follow up the Mexican Mafia. They had to get approved through the Mexican Mafia, and I guess Mexican Mafia just was doing too much, and they decided to form their own little group called Orejon, which is, you know, basically the Mexican gangs that just don't want to take order from the Mafia no more. And really, they overpowering the Mexican Mafia right now.
Are those gangs on the streets or in jail?
Yeah, they're in the streets, jail, prison.
So there's how do you pronounce that again?
Orejon?
Orejon?
Yeah.
And that's a gang or that's a?
Basically, it's a gang. They wear the spurs. They got spurs tattooed all on them.
Now, what's it like living, having a city that's really close to Mexico? I mean, it must take, what, an hour or so, a little more than an hour to drive down there?
Yeah, I've been down there before, man, and almost got stuck because I had a buddy of mine. You know, we were smoking weed, we were getting high, and then he said something stupid. Oh, they don't have no IDs or whatever. So they took us out the car and did all this background check on us and stuff. But then they started doing all those killings there, and I'm not going back there.
So what's the purpose? What would you go down there for?
Well, get some dope prices.
And then just bring it over the border?
Yeah.
Isn't that difficult to do?
Back then, no. But now, yeah.
So you just go down there, buy some dope, put it in your car and drive it back?
Yeah, you get your little tuck spot, drive back.
But I bet the weed is not that strong here in Texas, because the Mexican weed's not.
Oh, that don't exist no more.
Yeah.
They got dro. It comes from Colorado. That's where everything comes from. And, you know, Mexicans, they get their hands on it.
Yeah, Colorado got that weed.
Yeah.
So that weed comes straight from Colorado to here.
Yeah. You know, some come from Cali. I had a buddy, you know, he had some delivered to my house, you know. And at first I was like, nah, it's gonna get caught, man. UPS put that box on my porch, I opened it up, 2 pounds right there. I'm like, but that was just a one-shot thing.
Yeah, I heard a lot of times they intercept that in the mail. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you get lucky, it come through, and sometimes you don't.
Are there any organizations that like try to work with the gang and deal with the violence?
There is this group called San Antonio Fighting Back. And the lady who runs that, her name is Tippins. She has a part of me cleaning up my life too. You know, I call her my second mom because she was always there when I was in trouble. She was there to speak in front of the judge to keep me out of going to prison or whatever. So that, and then the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, you know, Masons, you know, they do positive things for kids, but we don't go out and like, hey, bother the gangs, y'all do y'all thing. If that's what y'all choose, that's on y'all.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Like and comment below to give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related videos to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description and listen to our weekly podcast, The Gangster Chronicles, every Thursday. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.